Hello, everyone. Again, this is Ethan Shapiro, the climate change realtor, founder and manager of the most innovative real estate corporation ever conceptualized, here for Principles, episode 20. Now, I didn't check, but I think we left off at point 5.9, which was use principles, and I had some notes under there that I read to you guys at the end, so I do remember. But we are finishing the Principles series today, and I'm happy to do it because this is just my first series, and we're going to have a lot more. And we are nowhere near done talking about principles because I'm rereading Work Principles, as I mentioned, maybe a month ago now, and it is the blueprint for how to succeed in business, in life, in anything. So we're going to keep talking about principles for a long time. So principle or point 5.10, believability weight your decision making. So am I here to tell you how to be a successful real estate agent? If you're taking advice from me on how to be a successful real estate agent, I might be able to offer some sort of good anecdotal evidence. I've studied successful realtors, but read Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Talk to Gary Keller. He's believable because he's done something already. Are you taking advice on how to be successful from me? If you think that me just making YouTube videos and talking about being successful makes me successful, then yeah, take advice from me. You want to take advice from people who are believable. I will bring the point up again. Do not take advice from your parents if you don't want to be like them. Are they believable? Your decision making. So believability weight your decisions. You shouldn't be making decisions based on advice from someone who's not believable. That's what this is, and I think we'll move on from that because this is the end of the show. I've talked about everything pretty much. We're at the end of the book. 5.11. Convert your principles and have the computer make decisions alongside you. Right. So the way Ray runs his organization is he has these tools like baseball cards and dot collectors, and they're a hedge fund. So they're always trying to make money in the market, right? So he's created algorithms to help them make decisions, especially complex market decisions, which need to be done. So the more you can systemize good decision making, I think the better. So that's what he's talking about. We'll read it again. Convert your principles and have the computer make decisions for you. You want me to? I'll read the note underneath. People who have common sense, imagination, and determination, who also use computers, math, and game theory, are the best decision makers there are. So if I was to take my brain and put it into a computer, and then I was to talk to that computer, we would have a discussion and we would argue with each other and become better because it would be like a separate entity. I know that's kind of crazy to think about, but you want some sort of automated system continually keeping me on track. And that's what I do with these videos as well, because I'll watch them and see where my psyche was at, and I'm usually happy with it, but there's always points of improvement. Like I remember, I think a few episodes ago, I said that I'm 100% sure that sending candles is a great idea, but candles is bankrupting me, and it pisses people off, and it also makes people really happy, but there's better ways to weed out my database and get more effective marketing. So so he's talking about having some sort of automation system in place. I don't know whether that's like a checkboard. There's got some way to keep your decision-making systematic and based on the principles that you've decided you agree with, whether they're the ones in this book or the ones you've made up for yourself. I think that's really, really good piece of advice. Here we are. Final point. Point 5.12. Be cautious about trusting AI without having deep understanding. So he's like, use AI, use programs, but be careful about trusting it. So he doesn't say create a program and then just rely on that. He says create a program and use that along with you. And his whole organization is about independent thinkers arguing out how to achieve or fix the problem that they're dealing with. But they create these systems based on the conversations that they have in the group. So it's super, super important to have as much free thought as possible flowing. Discourse. I talk about the value of discourse. Always talking through things and talking through ideas is so, so important and so valuable. Because how else are you going to find the truth without talking about it? We have these big complex issues. People get super emotional. You want to take your emotions out of it. You want to make sure that you're not valuing the opinion of someone who isn't believable over that of someone who is. I'm going back and reading through Work Principles, so that's running through my mind. And this might be the shortest Principles episode we have because we're done. We're done with Principles. That was everything, and those are my thoughts on it. In order to have the best life possible, here's what I've got at the end of my notes here. Yeah, this is the end of the notes. Number 1, know what the best decisions are. And number 2, have the courage to make them. So yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. It's not so easy. I've said this a lot, starting your own business, but beyond just starting your own business, starting a business that is dedicated to changing the world. Because I really do have to give up these short-term pleasures in order to pursue my long-term goals, which I know will bring many short-term pleasures, but in the future. So I have these dilemmas where I want to go out and mess around and have fun every day, but it's just, I also have fun working, but it's just not the way this needs to go. I mean, I'm a young guy. Like I'm saying, I'm playing at a disadvantage, which I enjoy because I know I'm going to win at a disadvantage. But I have to give up the short term gains and the short term benefits and the fun and having like all your weekends to yourself to go enjoy, because I got to spend that time working, because the only thing I have working for me is my determination and the time I have on everyone else and the ability to just keep working. So that's me. This is the end of the notes right here. The 5-step process. He said it again. Set goals, identify and do not tolerate problems, diagnose problems, come up with a design to get around them, and do the tasks that are required. So I'll make a summary video here of principles. As I said, I'm going live on Instagram here in 12 minutes, but, my first YouTube series, I watch all sorts of YouTube videos, or I did before. Now I'm very cognizant of what goes into my brain. I pretty much just watch like Joe Rogan because that's human. It's like I'm with the people in the room, learning from them. I have the ability to think freely. I don't know. It's just it's more genuine connection. But besides that, I've deleted all the apps off of my phone. I don't let anything in here unless I think it's valuable, and I think you guys should do something similar, maybe not to the same extreme level, but yeah, this was my first video series, my YouTube series. I think it was a lot of fun because I'm going back through and getting all the clips out and seeing all like the little gems that I've dropped. Like I just had one clip I pulled out, which I called like the realest moment ever, where I like tell you guys that I go back and watch my own videos and criticize myself, because that's what I do. And I'm going to keep creating content like this. I would assume it will improve, just like my business will improve and my lifestyle will improve and everything keeps improving in general. But this was really fun to just go through and read these points to you guys and then just talk about it. I started off by like criticizing every point because I'm like a philosopher and I'm smart and stuff. But like then I just got into just accepting the points because they are like really great. And that was just life principles. So that's 1/3 of the book. The other third, which is much shorter, is like Ray's life and how he got to be where he is today. And then the other third is work principles, which it includes all these principles that we talked about, but it applies it to a work environment of many people collaborating to achieve a certain goal. So I don't know. Can I ramble on for 2 more minutes? I probably can. We'll call it here. This was principles. I'll have more summary videos, like I said, but like you can use this and not be like a crazy entrepreneur who's like trying to take over the world and change everything. You could just honestly, like if you've never heard any of these principles and you just like institute one of them and say, this is a principle. I'll always follow this rule because I know it will get me to success. It'll totally change your life. So imagine Ray, who has been, I think he's in his 70s now. He has the most successful hedge fund in the world. Like he's created all these rules for how to succeed, and he's given them to all of us for free. So last shout out, read the book Principles. Get off of my video if you're watching it and pick up the book. Reach out to me if you want a copy. And read all 1,000 pages. Ray's background story, life principles, watch the YouTube video, read all of work principles, even if you don't have your own business. Everything is super valuable. And suck it up and then read it again next year and read it again the year after that. And keep reading it over and over again and keep becoming better, keep becoming more successful, keep staying happy, keep staying frosty. 2012, I love you all. And I don't want it to end. I don't want to let it go. But this has been Principles with Ethan Shapiro, and I'm sure we'll talk about this book for years to come. Peace out, 2012.